All right, we're live. Good evening. Today, my name is Max Solo. I own a construction company here in Charlotte, North Carolina, MaxBuilt LLC. I've been doing it for over 20 years. And today I have a very special guest. I met him recently at a massive builder show. And I heard his story. And he's got a pretty crazy human experience story that I wanted to talk about. He's originally from Ukraine and came here recently. So English is pretty good to me, but bear with us. And the reason we connected strongly is in a short amount of time, he not only fled from the war, but got a limited commercial GC license, which is really complicated to get, even for a lot of local folks that think they can get it easily. So I wanted to bring him in and pick his brain a little bit, hear his story, see if you guys would be interested in his story. Oleksii, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for the invitation.
I did want to bring you in and talk to you because you had a very interesting story. Let's go back to, let's start in the beginning. Ukraine. Who are you? What did you do? And then pick up from there.
Okay, let's jump into it. Originally, like you said, I'm Ukrainian. Was born and raised in a city called Mariupol. Like a lot of people heard about this city since war started, unfortunately. It was a pretty big city, like by the size like tens or whatever, like even more than a lot of like regional cities. And my journey in my city has begun like from 2010s. I was a builder. Mm-hmm. Before construction, I was a manager of big company with like 700+ people.
Wow, it's a big company.
Yeah, it was a manufacturing holding, and I was a CEO and a co-owner of this company. Like my expertise coming from manufacturing into construction. Mm-hmm. And when I found myself in construction business, I started a company, and we started from residential builds, and during the time we jumped more in like it was a part of the projects in residential, part of the projects in the commercial, even government projects. I mean, it was a big company, on a day when everything stopped. It was around like 17 house guys, including like architects, engineers, like from concrete guys to painters, mm-hmm. like all team. And
you said 17 guys?
70.
70. So you had 70 people working for you when the war started?
Right.
And let me pause you for a second. I apologize. The reason your story was so interesting was because the war made it interesting, of what happened with you and the war, and how you ended up here.
Yep.
So you had 70 people working for you when the war started.
Yeah, it was just like I said, it was just my in-house guys, mm-hmm. and it was for sure a lot of subs. And accidentally, like at the morning of February 24th, I was getting a call from my colleague who is coming to me by the train in Mariupol, and he's calling me around like at 5 or whatever it was AM and saying, hey, something happened, some shit happened, like it was announced, like operation. And I just woke up like with my family like around me, and it was crazy day, okay, what to do? Like I announced to my team, hey guys, coming into the office, grab the laptops, grab everything what you can, and be at home. Let's be in touch, and just double security on a projects. All the time in my projects, like because it was like 2 big projects, I had like security teams, like who can manage during like night, everything, like the cameras, like just security reasons. And I said, hey guys, let's double it, just in case something happened. And it was last day, February 24th, when I saw all my team together.
Can I stop you for a second? How far, for people that don't know, how far away from Russia is Mariupol?
100 kilometers, what is approximately like
60 miles.
60 miles.
60 miles, okay.
Yeah, it was the closest city to the line of war. And because it was like so big and so, I would say in English, I'm sorry, city was what they needed, because of like, it was a sea city, it was a lot of factories in the city. It was
big target.
Yeah, it was a big target. It was a biggest, I would like say, it was the biggest industrial city in Ukraine on that time. And it was a target, and we were a target. And when everything's happened, like what to do, try to save my family, my team. And I said everybody like, hey, let's sit at home and see what's going on. We met on one object with my guys, my job site guys, with my project managers. And I said like, hey, let's keep everything like safe. Let's try to keep all like like materials, everything secure. It was a time when we were constructing like a big Olympic school for gymnastic, with pool, with every like equipment for like it was a pretty big project with like approximately more than 1,000 square meters of glasses, like structural glasses, aluminum, like pretty cool project. And I said, hey, let's double security, let's keep everything together and trying to be safe. And I didn't expect what like will happen, what happened.
Yeah.
And I stayed at the city.
What were you thinking? Were you thinking it's just gonna go away?
Yes, I thought because
they're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, I thought because it was a so big city.
Yeah.
And I had some like view of like nobody will allow like to do with the city, and I decided to stay.
Again, let me back up for people that don't understand. We hear all these cities in different countries. Is there a city in the United States you would compare Mariupol to? Is it comparable to Charlotte, twice as big? Let's compare it to Charlotte, half the size, as big, bigger.
I would like to say half of the size of Charlotte. It's about like when war started, from different information, like, but it was about 600,000 people lived in the city. It's pretty big.
Yeah,
city.
That's a big city.
And I decided to stay.
Okay.
And since we decided to stay, we moved. I moved with my wife and my smallest son on that time to my mom apartment. It was like 5-story build, like original Ukrainian, like even from Soviet Union builds, which we have like
Khrushchevka or something.
Yeah, that's called Khrushchevka, right? This is not what
it's a standard apartment.
Standard apartment in our country. Yeah, and this standard building has even right now like underground space.
Basement.
Like it was kind of basement.
Okay.
Yeah, And when everything's happened, what's happened after, we moved ourselves from apartment into the underground space, what was about like maybe 300 plus square feet, like
Small.
small space.
Like
We
I think like a garage in
like
America, like a 2-car garage.
2-car garage.
Yeah.
It may be a little bit bigger than 2-car garage. Yeah, and we were there like with 33 or 34
Wow.
people.
Wow.
Like my son was youngest because he didn't turn at this time 2 years, and he was smallest one. And it was like our shelter for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks. Sorry,
Wow.
2 weeks when we found ourselves in a blackout. Yeah, when we didn't have like a water supply, energy supply, gas supply. Like I do not say about grocery supply because everything gone. Like we just tried to survive. It was a lot of different things what happened during that time. I don't want to share them because it's like it's not just about me. It's about like how people tried to survive.
Yeah.
Like even I can share one of example. My son, he was young, and we didn't have a lot of food, and he wanted like a cookie, like a cookie for. And during the day, I still didn't believe what's happened, and I tried to save one of my objects. I run
Projects.
projects. Yeah, I ran into the property and spent like a day in the property, trying to save everything.
Yeah.
And people who came into the project, like people around who lived around this project property, like they ask about like a wood, because everybody like was cooking a food on a fire.
Yeah.
And they ask about the wood, and I had like, because it was a lot of concrete work, I had a lot of wood on the project, and I just gave it to everybody. And after I said, hey, maybe you have at home a cookie, can we like exchange?
Yeah.
And I did couple of exchanges like, and when I brought a cookie, and it was a cookie, I'm pretty sure I remember it was a oatmeal for my son, even Pampers, like diapers.
Yeah.
And something else was like for a son, maybe it was a juice or something, like somebody had it, on the time.
What about money? Or was it just necessities? You go down to the basics, like, hey, I have wood, you have a cookie.
Yeah.
That's what we want. No, not I have $1,000.
Yeah.
You have a cookie.
No.
Okay.
Money didn't cost anything.
Okay.
It's
just a thought.
Didn't cost anything because everybody has some money on a pocket. Cash money. Like in Ukraine, it's a lot of we have a cards, a lot of them, like on accountants, but it was a money on a cash, which you like on original time.
It wasn't worth anything.
No.
Okay.
You cannot get anything from.
Yeah.
Like wood costs a lot more.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and one day it was March 14 or 15. I didn't remember. I'm pretty sure it was March 14. Like some guy came in, showed up in a shelter and said, "Hey, I heard it's a road, unsafe road, but nothing on that road, any like battles right now. And this road, you can go by this road to the different city called Berdansk. It's about like 100 kilometers from Mariupol, but and you can be safe in the city." And what to do? Okay, I cannot connect with anybody. Phone is not working. Nothing.
No cell service.
No cell service. Nothing. What to do? And I said, okay, my wife, son, mom, let's sit in a car. God bless. I saved my car. It was one crazy story about the car, because how they park it, like on the front part of the shelter, and it was a couple of the cars parked on a like on the front line of the shelter.
In the parking lot.
Yeah, on a parking lot, kind of parking
Yeah.
lot. And it was a minibus. Like my car stayed in like on the front line, stayed like a minibus, and that minibus saved my car from shrapnel.
Wow.
Yeah, because when some explosion happened like around like a 30 meters from us, it was a lot of shrapnel, and this minibus saved my car.
Wow.
Yeah, and okay, we jumped into the car with what we can get on that time, just a couple like like a t-shirts, like some paperwork about the property, like what you can get,
Just the documents.
just the
yourselves.
documents, yeah, and left everything behind you. We jumped in the car and I drove like so fast. I was driving to the city so fast, and like because you never know
Yeah.
what around. And God bless, we like safely made it, yes. And we spent the night in the city and moved. Next day we moved to the Zaporizhia, what was Ukrainian territory on the time. It's still Ukrainian territory. Yes, and because on that time my sister she lived in Zaporizhia, and we moved ourselves to Zaporizhia. Spent couple days. It was a kind of challenging time when you kind of like do not understand what's even happened. Your brain is like blowing.
Were you guys, do you think in hindsight you were in shock?
Yeah,
It was just shock.
Yeah, it was a shock because like
You're just operating normally, but your brain can't comprehend what's going on.
yeah, it was like your common sense, what's happening every day, your projects, construction. It's all the time a battle.
Yeah.
It's all the time the process which you need to be in. And when you will do like at the time when war has happened, we had like around 5 big projects on the same time, and you managing your team, you like all the time suppliers, team, subs, everything like running around you.
So you're basically just in your construction world.
Yeah.
And then overnight
Everything flipped.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And okay, I was thinking what to do. And because I was on that time, right now I'm father of 4. I have 3 sons, my future, and I have a beautiful daughter. She was born here.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, and on that time, because I had 3 sons, I was allowed to leave Ukraine.
Okay.
And we decided, okay, let's move ourselves to Germany. We had friends of the family who lived in Germany. It was a good story about like human being, about like people you just heard about them. We knew the son of the family. We didn't know like his mom and father and like a sister. But when we showed up, they like say, "Hey guys, our house is your house. You can live whatever you want to live here." And they did a great job for us.
Took really good care of you guys.
Yeah. They right now, I would like to say they are like one of our biggest friends. Like right now, they are part of our family.
Okay.
Because my mom, she still lived in Germany. She is like, we decided to stay.
She decided not to come.
Yeah. She when she was young, she learned German language in school.
Okay.
And she catch up so fast German, what
like
what I cannot do still,
Yeah.
I'm still working with my English, but
Your English is good.
German is like so comprehensive. But yeah, she decided to stay in this family. They made a lot of things for us, to schedule everything, to found like some apartments for us, like first steps in your new journey, in your new life. Okay, and since we moved into the Germany, I started to think, okay, what to do? I lost everything. My company, where I was an owner, when I was a CEO, everything's gone. All my equipment, technique,
It's gone.
excavators, everything, like my workers, like all around, you know. Somebody like stayed in Mariupol, somebody moved in different cities, somebody moved in Europe, somebody even here in the US, like, but on the west part. What to do? Okay, I started like, it was like a couple months on the time when I thought about what is the next steps. It was a tough time for me. I don't want to say it was like everything was like
Obviously
a
it's
smooth,
tough. Yeah,
smooth
yeah,
and,
yeah.
no, it was a tough time for me, for my family, you know, to establish everything like from a scratch.
Yeah.
And I found, okay, I have an expertise in the manufacturing type of things. I asked like people around in Germany about construction business in Germany. It was so complicated to schedule it, to make everything happen, like to get a license, to get like, it was a so different system and so bureaucracy system in Germany. And the Germany is good country, but you know, you need to feel country where you want to live. And you need to feel how this country like suitable to you or not, you know. And okay, what to do? I posted like information. Some of my partners, which I worked with, posted information about me. Hey, he's a guy who has an expertise in the manufacturing part of things, in food manufacturing, in construction. Maybe somebody is interested to hire him, because I wasn't an employee for a long time, you know, because I run my own company. I was a co-owner of the manufacturing company. And okay, I can be an employer again. Why not? Because I need to feed my family. I need to
Exactly.
Yeah. And it was a guy from US. He knew my partners, and like they just shared my contact with him. I spoke with him a couple times, and he said, hey, I will come in a couple months in Frankfurt on a big show. Let's meet in Frankfurt. Let's speak in Frankfurt. I need a consultant auditor who can come into my manufacturing and try to see what's going on. And I said, okay, why not? Let's meet. I met him like in Frankfurt with all of his team. It's a company who is in the market, American company, like who is running this business around like 25 plus years. And they have like a sales department. They sell a lot of Ukrainian or European equipment, and they also have like a different manufacturing part, like when they making a big industrial ovens for a big meat production, like a fish production, like a cheese, whatever. And I met with him, like he said, hey, I need to come in. Do you want to come in into US? I said, why not? Let's try. I never been in US before. Never. We thought about, with my wife, maybe some days before war started, we will come, you know, like a tourist.
Yes.
I even didn't have a visa, nothing. And God bless, happened this United for Ukraine program at that time. And when I just met this guy, it was like end of the April, and he said, okay, let's come in. You can come in and we can try. And I have everything like established for like move, this like a big move for my family. And we moved at the end of September 2022, sorry. Yeah. I came into this company, spent a couple months to see what's going on, write a report to them, like they said, oh, wow, yeah, we'll see. Could you stay with us for a time and to be a head of manufacturing? I said, okay, let's do that. But during that time, I still in a good relationship with them. Like during the time, like we lived in Greensboro, and almost every weekend we drove to Charlotte. Like once per month, we were there here in Charlotte, and I see looking when I was driving, I looked on right side, on left side, a lot of construction, and you know this feeling when you in construction, your heart in construction. I'm a construction guy who likes the process, who likes when you finished your process and everybody was looking on your what you made, and like this feeling,
You left the mark.
Left the mark. And especially like we did like one of the biggest in Ukraine parks, and like when it's like almost all of the city coming into your park when you have this grand opening, and everybody like, wow. This feeling, know how hard it was, all of the process. It's not easy process, never. You know that. But this feeling, you like it. When you like creator, when you're creating something and you see your child, because it's all like every build, every house, every project, this is like your child.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I was looking on the construction, and it was a time at the end of the 2023. I spent like 1.5 years with these guys, worked with them, and I said, guys, let's speak about my future. I'm still on United for Ukraine program. I was looking to jump into construction, maybe, but let's see what is my future here with a company, and it was something like when they said, hey, we want you to stay with us. We want you to stay with us even like in a time, maybe like we will share some profits with you. I said, okay, let's maybe make a contract about that, because you cannot stay, because you have a big family.
Yes.
You have a big family behind you. You need to think not just about yourself, and especially in a new country, when you do not have a lot of connections, like I have right now. I met you, I met a lot of builders, and I'm glad, to speak with you, to speak with everybody around, and to know these guys. And you need to be sure, as long as you're making this decision, like to stay with the company, because you are still an employee. You need to make sure, okay, your future is safe and your future is secured for your family, for you and you. And it was something like I didn't believe. It's something from my head.
You had a gut feeling.
Yeah, I had a gut feeling. I didn't believe I can stay for a while more with the company, even with good, salary or whatever, And maybe it's not just about money, for sure. This is not about money. This is about your personal feeling, your personal understanding of this type of things.
Yeah.
When you were a owner and you manage your own company, you cannot jump back into the be an employee and be glad what you are doing. Even if it's a big company, you are head of manufacturing, And I said, okay, guys, I would like to leave. I will write everything down what we made, every process, project management, and I established a lot, because before me it was a lot of paperwork, and I tried to move everything into the technology and software, manage everything more traceability. Is it right? Последовательность.
Traceability.
Yeah, to get everything more
organized.
More organized, yeah. And I left everything behind. Why I'm saying I still in a good relationship with the guys. We're still in touch. And yeah, and we moved to the Charlotte. And as soon as we moved to the Charlotte, started a new journey. Like the new journey of my life has begun. Okay, what to do? I like construction, but how to start? I don't have on that time with me like any team member, you know, any my team who can help me with some, you know, organizing. Okay, what to do? Let's read how to establish a license, how to start business. And I started from scratch. I started to learn about, okay.
Did you have any local connections? Or
On
not
that
really?
time, not really. I tried to connect with some of the guys to ask them, like just to ask them to share with me some of the process steps. And it wasn't, I wasn't
Nobody
successful.
answered?
Yeah, I wasn't successful on that time. You know, after that, like I met Victor, like who is our friend. He helped me, but on that time I already got my license, and he helped me just to explain some steps after. And this is was helpful as well, and maybe we can even get something from it, like after in the future with him. But and I tried to learn. You know, I tried to learn. I bought a lot of books. You know, when you doing business in Ukraine, we have in Ukraine, like here we have like codes, like concrete mixtures, everything, like business and law, different type of things. Well, you know, English. First of all, you can speak with people, but this is technical part of the things you need to understand. And especially like I was all my life, I was using like a metric system. And right now in the feeds,
Yes.
1/8 and
Yes.
and you need to learn that. It was complicated.
Yes.
It was complicated. It's still complicated
Yes.
for me. I don't want to lie, and I don't want to like.
If your brain's used to the metric system, this is
Yeah, I like
flexing your brain.
I like
really hard.
imagine everything, like visualize things. And when I'm trying to visualize, I'm still thinking, okay, this is about 3 meters. I still cannot like move myself all of my brain, but right now I'm pretty good in this system as well, but it's still in the process.
Yes.
Because I'm working right now with blueprints and everything like in this blueprints and a new system for me. But this is not hardest thing. And like I said, I was trying to learn everything from the books. I visited 1-day course, like the guys who help like how to run exam, what the questions can be, what is your preparation process, and it was just like about like 5 hours course. And after that, like I spent approximately 4 months to learn everything and to have everything like in my brain and be enough knowledge and get enough knowledge to to start at least to try pass the exam. Yeah. And I was established a company, the same name like I had in Ukraine, company name. It's a cool story as well, because my company name called Dias. Dias, it's Daniil, Yegor, Oleksii, and before my daughter was born, it was sons or synovya in our language. Dias.
So that's like your sons and you.
Yeah, right now it's Daniil, Yegor, Oleksii, and Stefania, my daughter. This is first letters of my children
Yes.
names. This is like how I wanted, because before I established Dias in Ukraine, even I had a different company name, and I moved everything into Dias, because I was thinking, and I still thinking, my family, this is all for me, and my kids, this is my passion. And
yeah, you're a family man. You're working for your family.
yeah, I'm working for my family, for myself, for my mom, you know, my father, he passed away for a long time, and he is not with us more than 12 years already, and but I still remember him and still crying when I thinking about him.
Yeah, it's
This is hard. This is different part of my story. But and I, you know, relaunch everything. Like I have the same Diaz construction like I had in.
so that
Ukraine.
was probably easier. Like
Yeah,
I know
it
the
was
company
easier,
name.
Yeah, to get these articles from Secretary of State, you
Yeah.
know, you still need to understand how to make it.
Yes.
Yeah, but you need to just to be persistent in the things what you've been doing. You know, and just a second. And as soon as I was like I made it. As soon as I thought I'm ready, I passed an exam, and on the time when I tried, when I learned everything, you know, I found it was like residential and commercial license, and because I did a lot of commercial projects, I decided to jump into the like a biggest license and to get from a first time like a GC, which can cover like a both of
Commercial and residential.
commercial and residential, yeah. And right now I have everything established in North Carolina and in South Carolina. I passed an exam for South Carolina based on reciprocity rights, and I get everything set it up like, because one of my projects which I've been working right now and based in South Carolina, not far away.
Might as well. We're neighbors.
Yeah, yeah. And like what I'm saying, this is that time it was tough time for me. You know, my brain was like blowing, like okay, it's a lot of information, and I like, you know, I tried to do all of these tests before I practice tests. I went to the PSI, and yeah, but as soon as I made it, you know.
Yeah. First time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and you know, like
I didn't pass the first time.
no, you said
The test.
No, second.
Oh, second. Oh, okay.
First
Oh,
time I did. No, first time I didn't get 6 points.
okay.
I didn't get 6 points. It
I
was
think me it was like 1 point.
yeah.
But when I did my test, I thought I knew everything. I already had experience in construction, and I think I was young and ignorant, where I'm like, I'll show them. I didn't even study, and I didn't pass the test. But then a gentleman told me, you have to study.
Yeah.
You don't study, you don't pass. But it's not about me. So second time, right?
Yeah, yeah. And after like, as soon as I get like a new code from a North Carolina licensing department, I went to the for a second try, and I passed. Yeah, it was I'm pretty sure it was yeah, like I said, it was 6 questions. Not enough to pass
The
an
first
exam.
time, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure 2 or 3 of them, it was like my just language barrier at that time. It still exists, but now I'm doing a lot better after like couple months here, because like when I moved in the US, I knew English, but I didn't have a lot of practice, you know, and I studied like couple years.
Where did you learn English?
It was a private school, and I was a student for like a couple months, and it was like 2014 or something.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a long time before. But during the time in manufacturing business, I had a conversation with European companies. You know, I had an emails with my it was a guys who came like.
So you had to learn English.
Yeah, I had to learn, but
It's a universal language.
Yeah, it was still like not like no, like based on what I know right now, based on what I hear right now from myself, and like
Immersion, being immersed in
compared to- yeah.
English-speaking countries will make you learn really quick.
Yeah, yeah. This is still a question. This is still a questionable for me, but I will try to do my best.
It's excellent.
Okay, thank you. You know, like I passed an exam. Okay, what is the next step? Because I had a team in Ukraine, it's a different animal here, you know, GCs. Because like after that, like I met with a couple of GCs, even like a big GCs, and they didn't. I found they didn't have a big teams in shop. Like I said, okay, let's try to do things by this way. And right now, I found like, yeah, it can be like something mixed system between what I had in Ukraine and what is needed here, because you are like a person, for sure. You're like a head of your company. I'm like a head of my company. First of all, we need to know what to do and how to manage team, your own team or a team of your subs. How to get everything scheduled, how to get everything like on time, and your quality, first of all, of your project, of your finished work, because what your client, your customer can see, this is your quality. And this is for me, I'm a person who likes everything like, how it's called, I'm a perfectionist. Perfectionist, sorry, my pronunciation. Perfectionist. And you like cannot be 100 perfectionist in a construction, because this is like things can push you so hard.
Exactly.
But you need to be enough perfectionist to see some of fuck ups what happened in the construction, because we're all human. And even like Mercedes can ask customers to bring a car back to fix something. In construction,
people make mistakes.
People make mistakes, you make mistakes, like people. And I'm not afraid about mistakes. And whoever like watching this podcast, whoever like trying to establish everything here, do not afraid make mistakes. Do not afraid, just be persistent.
Exactly.
And do not afraid to do, even if you didn't know like all of the way which you need to pass to get where you want to be.
Also, I just wanted to add, not only is quality important, and yes, we do make mistakes, also what's important is how you handle that mistake. Do you fix it? Do you learn from it? That's also very important. Or do you run from it?
But like we have a phrase, it's a common phrase in Ukraine. I cannot translate it. I will say you in our language, but you can translate it.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Не наступай на грабли.
Okay, don't step on rakes.
Don't step on rakes.
Every time. Face.
You just need to know.
That's a rake. Don't step on it.
As soon as you step on it once, you're fine.
Not everybody learns that. Some guys never learn. Don't step on rakes.
I mean, this country, I'm glad to be here. What I can say, and especially when I see the guys like you, who was born in a different country and moved into the US and have everything here, like your house, your business, you know, everything. And this is what I see like a future for even myself. I'm not so young already, but I'm still young enough to have everything established, and especially for my family, for my kids, for my wife, and maybe in the time for my mom as well. You know, even like for my family, I want them like to be around me, and as soon as I can help them, I will help them for sure. God bless, I met a lot of good people who helped me.
So you're here in Charlotte, you got your GC license, and to me, I get the same feeling when I see a city and I see cranes and I see construction. I feel excited. I enjoy this industry, and I think that's why you chose to jump back into construction. And I also, sometimes I go back to the first houses I built, and I'm proud, you know, like, wow, it's still here.
Yeah, cool.
Which I think it gives builders pride. Like, yes, I built this park. It's gonna be here for a long time.
Yeah.
And you can show your kids, and they can eventually show your grandkids, hey, grandpa built this.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it gives us pride. I think that's why we do what we do, and hopefully make some money too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. This is not without money.
Yeah, obviously.
You need to, like I said,
Yeah.
you have your family behind you. You need to have like everything to grow up.
Yeah.
Because without money you cannot grow up as well. You cannot like buy a technique, you cannot buy like equipment, you cannot buy like a software.
Yes.
What is needed right
Yes.
now. And yeah, like you just need to do every step with understanding, okay, first of all, what is my goal, where I want to be in a couple of years. And when you're watching on yourself, even today, and you like, I you know, I was thinking one day, so, you know, like, hey, everything like sort of how to get like a good deals, how to like, you know,
it is tough.
not every day your good day, but I'm trying to compare myself from today to the day when I started, not to the day in Ukraine. I cannot compare it right now because yes, I had a big company, I had a big team. I have like, my company is like my fifth child, you know, all the time. And even my wife, she's saying like, this is your first child, this is not your like last child. And maybe she is right on the same days, because yes, you push yourself so hard for your company mistakes, because this is like your own mistakes as a manager, as a father of your company. But this is good things to do.
Yeah.
As soon as you see your goal, and as soon as you try and, like I said, to be persistent to yourself, to like processes, to every like thing what you do for company, for yourself, and for your family, and for God.
What kind of services are you trying to provide right now? Are you taking on remodels, new construction, commercial? What is your focus here in Charlotte for anybody that's listening and would be interested in working with you?
Okay, this is a really good question. My focus right now, based on the projects what I've been working right now, in what I'm trying to establish. I'm not trying to jump into like flipping or remodeling business. Remodeling is fine. We did a lot of remodeling, big projects, big renovations, but that's fine. But right now I'm trying to do what I can do, like when I managed like a big projects. One of the projects which I'm working right now, this is 121 acres plot property, which we need to do like new builds, renovations, a lot. And I'm on a pre-construction stage. I'm managing like a team of architects, team of engineers, you know, Ukrainian guy who just showed up in US and trying to say, hey, you are not right here, you are not right here. Look on this one, please be prepared for this type of questions, you know. I'm good in it, I know it. And I'm trying to establish myself in construction, in commercial projects. And I'm not saying about like, you know, big warehouses or like a big industrial plants. No, I'm saying about like hotels, you know, even parks. Right now I cannot jump into the like a big part, even if I can manage it. I cannot because of like performance bonds for a big government project or whatever. It's a lot of things which I cannot do.
A lot of hurdles.
Yes. I'm still new and nobody wanna give me a good, you know, like a percentage for insurance, for example, for a big project, for a bid, because I'm still new in this country.
So you're trying to go big.
Yes.
Which is good.
Yeah. And on other part, which is like I see right now maybe even more interesting for me than commercial. Like right now it's a 50-50, I would like to say. It's a new build. And we have right now under contract one of plot, and I hope in a couple months we will break the ground and start to build in new houses here for new families, whatever, like a lot of people moving into the shop.
So like a spec house, or would you
Custom.
build custom? Well, spec means you build it and then you sell it.
Right, yes.
You're speculating on the sale. Would you build for customers? If let's
Yes.
say I come to you,
Yes, for sure.
Alex, build me a house.
Yep. I will do it. This is what I will try to establish as well. You know, if somebody will ask, hey, I would like you to have a look on this architectural type of things. Do you think this is feasible or not? What is it cost effective? For me, this is one of craziest part of me, which I'm still working, and I cannot handle it. I'm pretty sure. And that's like, for example, one of the examples. It was one of big renovations what I did. It was a children's hospital, and it was a building like
Ukraine or here?
Ukraine.
Okay.
It was a building like was built in 1928.
Old building.
Old, really old building.
Heavy.
Heavy. You know.
A lot of concrete.
Yeah. It's a lot of even wood inside.
Okay.
Yeah, because as soon as we will start like demolition processes, we found like a lot of things. But what my clients wanted from this building, we made it. We made it what they want. But it was a good profit for me as a company, because it was a lot of renovations or reconstructions even like. But during the process, like a half of the project time, I still tried to push my clients, hey, let's tear that down to the ground, and I will build you a new one with new rooms, with new halls, with new like elevators, everything new. And I knew I will get less money from it. And here in US, I'm repeating the same mistake. My wife saying this is my mistake, but I'm thinking this is not my mistake. This is how I grow up.
Yeah.
I just want to be, you know, честным, sorry.
Honest.
I just want to be honest with my client, because when he's asking, like for example on a project right now, he's asking, hey, we would like to remodel this building into like a couple hotel rooms, and this building like on a slab with block walls,
Cinder block.
and so not so tall ceilings. And I'm saying, hey, we can do it. Yeah, I will do it for you. But philosophy of this building after renovation, not to be like you want. For me, this is good. I will demolish a couple of the walls, you know, I will cut them down like a concrete. Not a problem. But at the end, you do not get what you want.
Yes.
And you will ask me a question.
Yes.
Or you will think about, hey, why I do not think about by this way. And yesterday I had a conversation with my client, and I said him, and he said, hey, this is makes a lot of sense what you're saying. Let me sleep with this, and I will let you know in a couple of days about that. But you have a point about it, because in a finish you didn't get what. And I know I will get less money, because it will be in general after like a frame.
You're done.
Done.
Versus
Versus like demolition, you can get like money for demolition. You still need to build a lot, like all of the walls. You still need to do like dry walls, everything, like like MIP, everything. You know?
Yes.
And when I'm saying about customers, like for me, every my project like my child. Like I said, this is my child, and I like what you said about you still can get into like a first project
Yes.
and see what you did, what mistakes you did, how it looks like right now, how it looks like compared to now from like these days, you know, where you were.
How it aged.
Yeah, and you know, this is beautiful. Like when my sons came into one of the parks and we did a dry fountain, like, you know, like a 30 meters diameter, like a dry fountain.
150 feet.
Yeah.
Or no, 90 feet.
90 feet.
Yes.
Yeah, so like a big dry fountain.
Yes.
And my son said, "Hey, this is our daddy who built that."
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, when you
Makes
hear,
you proud.
yeah, makes me proud, makes me feel what I'm doing.
And they're proud.
Yeah, they proud. They still remember like what we did in Ukraine.
Yeah.
What I did as a company, you know. And here, like I said, even it's a spec houses, I will try to do my best to get the best view from it, to get the best feeling from my customer, and to get a best view of this house. I would like to bring maybe some kind of mix Southern style and a European modern style. Try to mix it up, like the place where we are right now. I like it how you build that.
Thank you.
Looks awesome.
Thank
and
you.
I like this style. I like this type of thing.
Yeah, it's a fresh new style.
Fresh new style, and we have like a lot of people who's coming into this style, new age, even old age.
A lot of young people, they especially our age, they love these kind of houses.
Yeah, and even oldest people, they started to like it.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a different philosophy of this. Yeah. And back to the question, new builds, my focus, and commercial projects like which I can handle based on my years here and based off my
Creativity?
No,
Credibility? Credibility?
Credibility.
Okay.
Yes. You know, because I cannot jump into like renovation of a big stadium right now.
How do you handle the codes, the new UDO that the city passed, the new ordinance where they kind of changed everything? It's given a lot of builders, even builders that have been building for a while in America or here in Charlotte, headaches. How do you go about with that?
I have a phrase about that. This is good question. I have two graduations. I like a full graduations and couple of business graduation, even technical. My first graduation is a law. I was a head of law company for a time before I jumped into the manager. And my second graduation, it's international economy.
Okay.
And we have a phrase in Ukraine, when you are a lawyer or accountant, and after like time in the construction, I moved in construction guy as well, you need to learn during all of your life, all of these things. You just need to be very focused on the things. Yes, I have UDO like downloaded into my laptop.
Same.
Yeah.
You have
codes. Yeah, I have to. Even like 2 days ago, I spoke with a chief of code department of our counties in South Carolina. And during the conversation, we were speaking about, like, I shared some my stories, he shared some his stories. He's a really old, good man who's like running this department for like couple decades. And even he said like, hey, do you know what is on my back? And he's showing me like a building codes 2021 South Carolina. And he said, I'm still learning that.
Yeah. It's a never-ending process.
Yeah. Like, answering on your question, you just need to be focused. You just need to learn. Yes, it's a long
If you don't know, find out.
Yeah, if you don't know, I'm really like the system what you guys have here with inspections. I know sometimes it's so complicated, but if we had in Ukraine so good system, a lot of things happen more, more accurately. We have a system. We have like that's called like technical nadzor. I do not know this
Like
word.
an overview.
Technical overview. Yeah, this is like a third-party companies who's coming and checking, and but more likely it's like when I have a guy in my team who made one task for him was like made as built drawings, and when you have like all of your like utilities, like when you making a big park with like 100 acres, you have a lot of utilities like some water, energy, everything, and you need like your paper, your drawings. This is one animal, but as built, this is different animal. When you break in the ground, you found out, hey, I cannot run this cable like just straight. I need to go, it's a rock or something, it's another line or something. You need to go by this way. But after that, you need to have everything like as built. And the task of these guys in Ukraine is just to check after. And I don't want to say it's like a bad example of how we are making things. This is good, but it's not all the time working like it should be. Even like, hey, I need to check everything. We managed our projects. Every time we have all traceability. We have every picture, like when we broke the ground, when we moved the cable.
So what you're saying is in Ukraine, the company comes after when you're done?
Yes.
And here, before you can cover the walls with sheetrock, the city comes out. Not a third company, but the city comes out, looks, utilities, MEP looks good.
Yep.
Go ahead, close it up.
Yep.
So it's like the two different systems.
I see this type of things. I do not have a lot of experience right now with it, but what I see, what I have right now, I see this is kind of like even help for us as a builders, because like when you miss something, you are human.
Yes.
You can miss something. Not enough screws, not enough like rebar.
Yes.
Before you pour concrete. You didn't have a time to come in to show up on a job site. Your project manager made a mistake.
Yes.
But inspector found this mistake. Okay, what do you do next time? You just need to know, have it in your checklist. Or do not punch yourself so much, or have it on your have it like prepared everything for your subs. Do not make this mistake again, or do not work with this sub if he cannot handle like after a couple of the projects.
Yes.
This is how I see this process.
Yes.
And I like this inspections process. And for a codes, you just need to learn, read everything.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess the good thing about, I don't know if they do this in Ukraine or other countries, we can buy a code book. It's there. If you don't know,
I have at home like one for North Carolina, and one for South Carolina.
And there's an international one.
Yeah, NASCLA.
Yes, not international, but national.
Yeah.
For all the United, pretty much it's commercial.
Yeah.
Nationwide. I like that too. We can't remember all the codes anyways. Just like that guy said, he's still learning. But it's good, my code books are in the truck. So if I don't know, I just go there. And right now they have digital code books. But then, you have to have access to the internet.
I like to have something on an old style.
Yes,
because I have
books are great. They feel good.
I have a lot of tabs in it, for major points.
Yes.
And even now, as far as I know, in July we have 2024 coming.
25.
2025, sorry, yeah. Coming, and we need to learn about like
Yes.
changes.
Yes.
And I know they are making some classes already for this. I didn't have a time to pass, like to go on this, but maybe I will buy new and see what the changes and
Yeah.
buy some, comparison paperwork.
Yeah. Do you go by Alex or Oleksii in English?
This is like interesting. This is a good question, what I answer in almost every day. If you pronunciating my name from Russian transcription, you're saying Oleksii. If you pronunciating my name from Ukrainian transcription, you're saying Oleksii. And I'm trying to be like Oleksii. When I came in, I brought my paperwork to the company, like Oleksii. But I do not know why, for a lot of people in the US, easier to say Oleksii. And when I see this mistake, I'm fine with that. But what I'm saying, hey, and then in a coffee shop or somewhere, or even when I meet some people on the show, I'm trying to explain them. They're asking how to write and spell it, how to write, pronounce it.
Yeah.
I'm saying, hey, do you know Amazon Alexa? They're saying, yeah, for sure. Oleksii.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be as Oleksii.
Yeah.
When that's hard on a drive-through or somewhere, I'm saying Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word of advice, you don't have to take it. America likes simple.
Yeah. Your advice to be Alex.
Yes.
Okay. I got it.
My full name is Maxim Solodyankin. And in school, even my English teachers couldn't even say Maxim. It's not that hard.
Max, they say Max.
They said Machism, So I am, even when I was a little kid growing up, I knew our names are complicated. So now I just go by Max Solo.
Yeah.
Easy to remember.
Yeah.
It's advice. You can be Oleksii if you want.
Yeah. I mean, this is a good advice from a guy who already
it makes
was there.
Yeah, because I know it might be fun right now to play these mental games with when you're ordering coffee.
Yeah.
But you're wasting time.
Yeah.
Alex.
You're right. Alex.
Boom. I'm in a hurry. I'm busy.
Yep.
That's just how I see it. You might view it differently.
Even you remind me about my daughter, my little princess. Her name Stefania. We called her Stesha. In the US, we have a name Stephanie. But Stefania, why she's Stefania, it's a long story as well, because I had friends when we lived in the Donetsk. When first war we met, we moved from Donetsk. I don't want to back to these days, but just about name. We had friends of the family, and they have a friends of the family, and we knew them. And they have a daughter. Her name was Stefania, and it was so nice girl, so beautiful child. And I so like this name, and I kept in mind all of my years, if someday I will have a daughter, she will be Stefania. And when I called my company Diaz, I also kept in mind, right now this is Daniil Igor Alexei's sons, but in a time, if I will have a daughter, it will be Stefania. And
so
God bless. We have a daughter who was born here in Greensboro.
So she's a Stephanie here.
She is a Stephanie here.
Stephanie is a beautiful name.
Yeah, she's a Stephanie here, and she will do her life by Stephanie.
Yeah. Here. Good.
Yeah.
Alex.
I appreciate that.
I'm definitely really Yes, I'm happy we met. I was touched by your story, and I saw your drive, your motivation, even after you overcame all those hardships, which to me, I know it's gonna translate into success over here, because you don't give up. You're looking forward. You're not living or feeling sorry for yourself through what you've been through. You're pushing forward, and I like that drive. So I see a lot of success for you. And again, we'll have to continue some more conversations, and thank you for coming in here and sharing your story.
Thanks for the invitation.
Yep.
Yeah, and I will say for everybody, just try.
Yes.
They're not afraid to make a mistakes.
Yes.
Just try. After 2 years here, I tried. I have some good steps,
Yes.
and I have some bad steps as well. This is my life, and I have a very bad steps in my life. What's happened with me, but you still need to be. I like this phrase, to be persistent.
Yes.
To yourself.
Yes.
And push yourself to do a good things, because at the end you will achieve what you want.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Alex,
Thank you, Max.
and cut.